Hello and welcome to the business of being a virtual assistant. I'm your host, Tiffany Parson, and you're watching and listening to episode number 262. Now, for those of you who are watching and possibly watching live, I'm testing out StreamYard again, going live on both Facebook and YouTube at the same time. This will help take a step out of the process in the podcast. And I'm testing for now. I haven't fully committed to it, so we shall see. Today's episode, I want to go ahead and get us thinking about 2024. So planning for 2024. And really, we need to start now on what that looks like. Not only what it looks like, but the action that we're going to take, and just go ahead and start ahead of time. What rule says we have to wait until January 1st, January 2nd to get started? No rule at all. So since we're already outside of the box by having our own business, we should be outside of the box in our planning for the new year. Okay, I jotted down a few things that we should take note of in preparing for 2024. The first thing is recognizing that we need to be flexible in our plans. We'll map things out, what worked in 2023, what didn't work in 2023, things we want to carry over into the new year, things we don't want to carry over into the new year. At the same time, we need to be flexible because we are not predictors of the future. We have no control over the response to the things that we're doing that are on our plans. So we must be flexible. Number two, being open. There are new technologies that are going to come about. There are some processes that we may be using that have worked, but maybe something else comes along that works better, or the old system is going away and we're forced to look into something new. I know there's a saying about, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Well, if something totally shuts down and you're forced to change it, then we have to be open and be ready for the change. The third thing is being ready to learn. There is no, peak that you get to where you have arrived and now you know everything there is to know about your business, about being a virtual assistant, about yourself. There's always something that we need to learn, whether it's a tactical thing that we need to learn to do or something more aligns in our personal development. There's always something. So we need to be ready to learn. Number 4, are you ready to grow? And answer this honestly. Are you ready to grow? Are you ready to grow? Let me paint a picture for you. If you were to look at your client roster right now and multiply that by 2. So if you were to double your client roster, are you prepared to grow? If you doubled the number of discovery calls that you had in a month, are you ready to grow? If you were to double your numbers on social media, are you ready to grow? If your numbers were to double on your email list, are you ready to grow? If you're thinking, Tiffany, I don't have an email list, I'm not doing discovery calls, I don't have any clients, I'm not doing social media, then my question is, what are you doing? If you were to double the number of projects that you submitted for on Upwork or somewhere else, are you ready to grow? If doubling those numbers, you're like, oh, easy, I got that. Okay. So take it up a notch. Instead of doubling it, I want you to triple it. I want you to get to the point where you shake, where you feel nervous, where it makes you like, I'm not sure. Am I ready to grow? Keep calculating for each of those things that I named until it makes you nervous. Sit there, whether it's double time, triple time, 10 times, whatever it is, sit in that. That's the number that I want you to look at in the different areas. Do you know why? Because when we're comfortable, we don't shake. When we're comfortable, it doesn't make us nervous. Oh, double it, I'm fine with that. Triple it, I'm fine with that. Keep going, keep going, keep going till you shake, till you get nervous, till you're like, oh, wait, maybe I'm not. And be honest with yourself. This is how I knew I couldn't do everything by myself, because I wanted to grow. I wanted to take on larger responsibilities, and I knew I couldn't do it all myself. So I got to a point where, okay, if this goes like this, if I get one more client like this, I'm not going to be able to handle this. So get to the point where you know, okay, I'm outside of my comfort zone. And build, develop, create systems for that point. And then work your way backwards, planning how to get to that point. It's easy to plan for what's comfortable. One more client, one more email, one more discovery call. It's easy to plan for that. But plan for the 10x, 3x, 4x, whatever your X is. Plan for that. Be ready to grow. We're talking about preparing for 2024. Number 5, be ready to change. And I know change can be hard, but you got to be ready. You got to be ready to change. We can plan out the whole 2024 before it arrives. But how many of you know, do you know, we can write our plans, but God has the ultimate plans. He's already written our whole life. It's already there. It's already written. It's already there. It's already planned out. He knows our beginning and our end. It's already there. This is why vision boards, they're not of God. You can't predict the future. You can't put a picture on a car, put a man on a board, a house on a board, and think because you put it on that board, it's going to happen. No. You're edging on witchcraft, if not witchcraft, with the vision boards. Because I know there's no seeking God in the vision board. It's seeking the magazines, cutting out magazines, a Google Mall, blah, blah, blah. Seek God in what you should be doing. It's okay for us to say, hey, I want to start doing TikTok videos. So I'm going to make sure I start doing TikTok videos. TikTok might change something. It may add photos as an option. So I need to change my strategy for TikTok to incorporate that. Being ready for change. Be ready to make a decision. Number 6, be ready to make a decision. We spend a lot of time wanting to make the right decision, the perfect decision. Number 6 is be ready to make a decision. Be ready to make a decision. You don't have to be right. You don't have to be perfect, but you have to decide. There's no decision that you're going to make in your business that will cause you to fail to the point you can't get back up again. We learn from every single decision. You may work with a client and you wish, oh gosh, I wish I hadn't agreed to that. You can get out of that. You may have agreed on a rate and like, oh, I wish I hadn't said that rate. You can increase it. For this time or the next time, you make a decision. It's like getting up in the morning, you have to decide, okay, what clothes am I going to put on? Do you spend all day standing in your closet trying to figure out what you should put on when at some point you've got to make a decision? The clock is ticking. You're going to be late if you don't make a decision. Practice making regular decisions in your life in general. Successful business owners make quick decisions and also take ownership of whatever happens as a result of those decisions. I decided to build a team. I was willing to take a leap of faith in the people that would be working with me. You made a decision when you decided to start your virtual assistant business, taking a leap of faith on yourself and the skills you have and say, hey, I'm offering this thing. Make a decision. Didn't have to be perfect. Don't spend all day trying to figure out, should I be on Facebook or should I be on LinkedIn? Should I be on Facebook or Instagram? Should I be Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram? Make a decision. Pick one. Pick one and go. Pick one and do whatever you do on that one. Duplicate it on the other till you can figure out. Make a decision. You got to start somewhere. Otherwise, you'll never start. You'll never start. When I started this podcast, it was not initially video. It was on Blog Talk Radio. I would stand in my closet and I would record the audio because I was trying to, have the exact acoustics so it wouldn't be so echoey. And so I'd be in my closet recording on Blog Talk Radio. And you dialed the number, you called and you said your podcast and then you hung up and Blog Talk Radio had the audio. Then, Blog Talk Radio is still out there. But then I decided to do it a different way, to record it on another system, to record it on my own equipment and upload the audio in a different way. I made a decision. I don't remember exactly why I chose to get off Blog Talk Radio, but I made a decision. Then I decided, hey, I'm enjoying podcasts where I'm seeing the people. I'm going to try that with my podcast as well. I made a decision. And then you just decide, is this right? And I'm telling you every single week, I'm like, oh, should I stick with video? Should I not stick with video? Because I'm going to tell you, audio was a whole lot easier. I didn't have to worry about what was going on in the background, what I looked like. I just had to be focused on the sound and what I was talking about. That's it. It adds a whole different element. But bottom line is, I made a decision. Number 7, and the last thing, be ready to take action. I'm challenging you now. Don't wait till January. Again, there's no rule that says we have to wait until January 1st to get going. Because I'm going to tell you, when January 1st comes, you're going to want to chill because it's a holiday. Be ready to take action right now. Right now. Right now. Right now is now. I'll give you an example just to paint a picture for you of what's happening right now. I have started to document the process that we're doing for Virtual Hire Hand Team as far as being more visible on social media and tracking our progress. I have decided we're going to go back to doing regular TikToks. I think we did maybe 3, 4 maybe as a test to get a feel. We're going to go back to that. The reason why is I am finding that the more I create, the more ideas come. The more I talk, the more I want to say. You have to put your plan into action. If you wait too long, you're going to spend more time revisiting the plan because you don't remember why you put the stuff on the plan in the first place. If you wait until the year is here, it's too late. You'll be into February and still looking at what you said in 2023. I'm challenging you now to be the 7 things that I listed: flexible, open, ready to learn, grow, change, make a decision, and take action. The plans that you write, start them now in November 2023. So when the new year comes, you're already in it, you're already doing it. There is no waiting. Thank you so much for watching and for listening. You have a wonderful and fantastic day.